Welcome back to Dagryffyn Hobby. My name's Dave, and I am just recently back from the train show in York, Pennsylvania. I don't think I will ever get tired of going there. Just so worth it. And it's not just for the trains. It's for the people too. I end up meeting so many fantastic people. Some of you that were there, it's great bumping into you, saying hi. I really appreciate you taking the time to say hi and chat for a few minutes. I also end up speaking to so many different YouTubers, and we hang out, share ideas, and just enjoy the hobby and the company. And really, it's just such a fantastic community, and I'm thrilled to be a part of it. But you didn't come here to hear me talk. Well, maybe you did, I don't know. But what you really came here for is the trains. So, with just a slight additional delay, we'll get to that in a moment. I did not, disclaimer, go with the expectation of only spending $20 or $25. Not to York, that's just not possible. But I still go with a budget in mind. My budget for a show like this is usually right about $200. Of course, that doesn't include gas, tolls, entrance fee, and even with the mindset of keeping things in budget, it's still more than I'd like it to be. Especially when you accidentally take the wrong route and end up paying $40 or so worth of tolls. Not the best way to start it out. I spent most of the time there hanging out with my buddy Nick from Nick's Crossing, also Sean from Sean's Train Depot, and another Sean you might know as Dakman Productions, and so many other great guys. It's just always so much fun to get together at these shows and just enjoy the hobby. I did not go to the train show with any expectations of potential purchases or any real goals of finding any particular items. I just wanted to go and enjoy the show, and if things caught my attention, consider them. People will ask me how I get good deals on things. I look for signs like discount, 10% off, things like half off this box. You gotta take a look in there. You don't know what's gonna be in there. It might be 20 cars that you have no interest in, and then one car at the bottom, under everything else, that's a good find. I look for the clearance rack, if you will. You go shopping for pants and you don't feel like spending a lot, where do? You go check out the clearance rack. That's kind of how I look at it. I'm looking for the items that maybe the guy's tired of bringing to shows and wants to sell so he doesn't have to carry it anymore. I didn't take this out of the box. I don't know if it's unrun or just lightly used, but the diaphragms are there in the box, which is nice. A K-Line heavyweight New York Central observation car. Did I need a New York Central observation car? Well, doesn't everybody? No, I didn't need one. Wasn't looking for one, but for 25 bucks, I'm not gonna pass it up. I can do an excursion train and put, this with the Erie Lackawannas or something, or just slowly build a train. I might find a coach next time. New York Central being a road that I would want to run anyway, it's a good deal. Now that car being marked at $28 was the most expensive item that I picked up. A couple other items that were above $20. Most everything else I was looking for $15 per car. And you'll be surprised what you can find if you don't mind looking. This next car I was really excited to see, and it is a reproduction, but compare a $10 reproduction to a $100 original, and I'm totally happy having this 2454 with Pennsylvania on it instead of Baby Ruth. This is going to look fantastic with the Baby Ruth cars. And it's still a Lionel car. I did not find any Baby Ruth cars. Well, that's not true. I found Baby Ruth cars, but they were all 15 and up. And when I say up, I mean like all the way up to 100. And I don't care about variations, really. I don't want a car for $100 that I picked up for $5, even if it is a more rare thing. So I'm not gonna look at that more expensive and collectible car, because really when it comes down to it, it's either gonna be sitting on a shelf or running on the layout. It doesn't matter that much to me to be rare or whatnot. It just looks good rolling, and that's why I like it. Taking a hint from my buddy Nick, I started looking for the Weaver hopper cars. Now this one isn't Weaver, it's Lionel, and it looks fantastic. And this particular one was marked $30, but in a box on the bottom under junk that had a sign on it, everything in this box half off. If you walked by that box and didn't look in it, this is what you missed at the bottom. Always look in the bottom of those boxes. Now I freely admit this next car I probably spent a few more bucks on than normally I would have. I don't recall the specific amount. It was originally marked 35, then 27, and I think I got it for about 22. Since I love these post-war Lehigh Valley hoppers, when I saw this one, I just kind of had to have it. So I did not go with the expectation of buying a bunch of hopper cars. But when I saw this next one, I had to have it, and it just kind of got me set on that goal. It is a Northlands coal car. How cool is that? I had never seen one of these, and being that I really enjoy going to Northlands, I figured I kind of needed that. I picked up that one. I also picked up this Norfolk and Western hopper. Okay, so there's only one more hopper car, so we might as well get a look at that. And this one is a Weaver Ultraline, a Chicago Northwestern hopper. I did pick up one boxcar. If you remember back a while ago, I had picked up a Lackawanna boxcar and thought, wow, I really need Lackawanna passenger cars to go with it. And then I found the K-Line heavyweight Lackawanna passenger cars. And then that original boxcar looked too small in between a large engine and those big passenger cars. So what did I find this time? A K-Line scale Lackawanna boxcar. So I'm excited to get this one on that train and see how it looks. Before I continue with my haul from York, one thing I do when I go to York is on the way home, I stop off at the Red Caboose Motel in Ronks, PA. It's about an hour from York and more or less on my way home. I picked up another mug, not this one. The one I picked up's in the wash, but I picked up a black mug that says Red Caboose Motel on each side. And this new item that I had not seen before, this tin sign, which I just think is really cool. Did I need it? No, but it made me smile when I saw it, and I thought, I need that in my train room. So, stopped at the Red Caboose Motel, picked this up, picked up a new mug. Now I have 3. I'll have to pick up a different style mug next time. But I love stopping by there. Usually I can catch one of the trains from Strasburg rolling by. I did not catch one this time, I just missed it. But that's okay. I had somewhere else to go. I can always go back to the Red Caboose Motel. But they were booked solid. It was amazing. There were so many people there. It's good to see the place doing well. One of the booths we stopped by a few times, repeatedly, probably 6 or 7 times, if not more, was Iron Horse Trains. And they're a store in Hanover, PA. They had some good stuff that other places did not. And one of those things is in this bag. Actually, 2 of these things, because I bought one, and then right before the show was over, I said, you know what, I'm never gonna find one of these again. If they still have them, I need another one. And that's a blank MTH caboose with all the detail parts inside. This is a gorgeous caboose. I can paint it, I can just letter it, I can just run it like this. It really doesn't matter, but it is a quality MTH caboose. And it was factory overstock. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he had like 8 of them. And I bought one, Nick bought one, and then before the end of the day, I was like, I just need to check. And luckily, there was one left, so I got 2 of these. Who knows when I'll have the time, or the energy, or the inclination to brave painting it. So that will be a project for another day, but a very cool one, I think. So I guess this one I'll leave in the bag for now, and this one I'll do something with. And the best part, well, I don't know if it's the best part, but it's a good part. Those were just about 20 bucks each. So a fantastic steal. And I got another steal from them right before we left. It is a big bucket of track. What kind of track? I don't know, what do I know? It looks like tubular, but with a bunch of ties on it. Some of it's white, but it's got a good radius turn. And there's, I don't know how much is in here. It's a big box, lots and lots of straight pieces, hopefully a loop or 2 of turns, and it was $10. How could I not take that? That'd be ridiculous. Even if I never used this stuff, $10 was a fantastic deal for a bucket full of track. And I probably will have to use it somewhere. It should mate right up to my Menards O-Track that I still have some left over from the original 2 loops. So this might slightly alter some of what I'm doing above the main level. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's K-Line track. I guess nobody wanted it for 25 bucks. End of the show, they didn't want to take it. $10. Thank you very much. Just across the aisle from Iron Horse Trains was, of course, Henning's Trains, and spent some good time chatting with Harry, Bill, and Walt, and just hanging out. You may see me and Nick and some others pop up on their Train Shop Weekly, so keep an eye out for that. Overall, a fantastic show and a fantastic weekend. There's just so many fantastic, wonderful, great, kind, friendly, helpful people in this hobby. It's great to be a part of it. I would not say that this was a budget weekend, but man, I could have done so much more damage. There was a lot of neat stuff. The prices to me seemed a little bit higher than I've been seeing. There were still plenty of deals to be had, and I'm significantly happy with these things that I've picked up. Another cool and notable moment of the show was getting to meet Roger Karp, who you may know from Classic Toy Trains magazine, and he is just a never-ending wealth of information, especially on the old trains. And he's got a new magazine out, the Classic Toy Trains of 1940. And not only did I get a copy and did I get to talk to him, he did sign the copy that I picked up, and that's just cool. Also, buddy Chris, who you may know from Chris's Trains and Things here on YouTube, also on Instagram, is that he invited a bunch of us over to his place to see his layout, to run some trains, and just relax and have a good time. And it was just such an amazing way to wrap up the weekend. I am sure I have missed or forgotten something I should be noting, shouting out somebody that I'm just not remembering at the moment, because I'll be honest, my brain's fried. I had a long drive back here yesterday, didn't get home until almost midnight, and I'm just not good at late hours anymore. So with a late night and then just throwing off my schedule, my brain's a little fried, but in a good way, because I have no complaint about anything from this weekend. Not even traffic. It was all worth it. This scale Lackawanna boxcar is a much better size, but look at the color difference. Is that because it just says Lackawanna and not Erie Lackawanna? Was there a color change? Because this one is Erie Lackawanna and that color is just about exact. This car is a better size, but the color's off. I guess if it bothers me, I can switch back and forth between that one and this one, depending on my mood. Either way, the height looks better. I'll run whichever one makes me happy at the time. hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Dagryffyn Hobby.